If you thought Blue Origin was the only company that SpaceX had to worry about, you were wrong. It has a whole country after it. China does not want to be behind in the galactic economy race and has decided to use some unfair means. Copying the technology being used by SpaceX is clearly one of them. This trend is not just present in Chinese private companies, but the government is also playing a major role in all of this. It does not come as a shock to the major players such as Elon Musk, as it's not the first time their ideas and hard work have been ripped off. Our video today will go over the Chinese space authorities and their interests. A point-to-point transport project will be shown, which you will find strikingly similar to one being done before it. Then, we'll talk about the different rockets being developed by China, such as the New Line 1 and the Long March. The last part of the video will go over what Musk has to say about all this, and how this is not the first time. China has celebrated its 6th National Space Day in early 2021, and has then launched several projects. The Mars rover sent by the country has also landed successfully on the Red Planet and goes by the name Zhurong. A very prominent project being run by the country is the suborbital spaceflight for point-to-point transport by the China Academy of Launch Vehicle Technology, or CALT, which is state-owned. It claims to develop technology that can take people to any place on the planet within an hour's time. This may sound very familiar because it is a copy of SpaceX's point-to-point transport project using the Starship and was unveiled back in 2017. CALT showed a video to the Space Day attendees in which a rocket uses electromagnetic energy to launch a rocket vertically and also land it in the same position. This video was strikingly similar to the one shown by SpaceX. China plans to use suborbital rockets to transport cargo and passenger payloads to different parts of the world and has set a deadline for the years 2035 and 2045. The landing system used in this technology also seems to be a ripoff of the SpaceX Falcon 9 booster. Many other companies have also arisen from the Asian country, and Link Space is among them. Its CEO and founder Hu Zhenyu said that his company is working on a small rocket called the New Line 1 and will be used to launch nano and micro satellites into space. It will also be a reusable rocket, which will bring the costs down substantially. Currently, the cost of operating the non-reusable rockets is at $4.5 million, but will come down to half of that once the first stage can be designed to be used again. A lot of development has also been done at the Chinese space station recently. The second extravehicular activity has been completed successfully by Chinese astronauts. It's part of the construction going on for the space station. They've changed the directions of the panoramic cameras and installed extended pumps that will ensure the in-orbit operations for the next 15 years. The pumps provide them protection from the atmosphere by using fluid loops. Temperatures of different rooms of the facility can be brought down to suitable conditions this way. The CEO of Link Space aims to make different stages of the rocket reusable, even though it may not be possible at present. Around $45 million will be needed by the company to construct the New Line 1. A deadline for the first flight was given to be in 2020, but it could not meet that. This was a very unrealistic time frame given in the year 2017, as the core technologies related to flight control and landing systems were not even near to completion at the time. Only Blue Origin and SpaceX are the ones who have successfully landed reusable rockets vertically till now. Hu Zhenyu is very optimistic that he will get his goal and break the American hold on the race by getting the Chinese government involved. The Chinese government may be very hopeful of other private companies to lead them into space, but it also has some tricks of its own up its sleeve. The Long March rocket is a project being developed by it, which is copying a lot of what SpaceX has done till now. It will work on achieving geosynchronous transfer orbit (GTO) and sun-synchronous orbit (SSO). CALT has announced that it is working on making the Long March 8 capable enough to take 5 tons of geosynchronous transfer orbit payload into space. On top of that, they also plan to take 2.8 tons of sun-synchronous orbit payload. All this has led the company to be deemed as a security threat to the United States and has become blacklisted. The Americans have reasons to believe that this is a plan to have a strategic advantage over the country and will have very serious consequences. The Long March 8 will be a test subject for the Chinese government to develop vertical landing and takeoff technology. This will also be done using sea platforms. A lot of achievements have been done by the country in this project and deserve acknowledgement. The next generation rocket, called the Long March 9, will be 103 meters long and will be used in crewed missions to the Moon and planet Mars. LM9 is designed to have a core diameter of 10 meters, which makes it capable of delivering huge payloads to large distances. It has 4 additional rockets strapped onto the rear end, and the project got approved by the Chinese government back in early 2021. It has set a deadline of 2035 to have this technology ready and in use. Musk is aware of the Chinese making copies of major projects being done by him. Many Chinese e-companies such as Xpeng have used the same technology and selling methods used by Tesla. SpaceX does not file patents for its rockets, as it believes that it will make the job easy for China and hand them recipes. He is not willing to take the risk even after Blue Origin filed a patent on the sea landing of rockets, making it impossible for Musk's company to work on that avenue. The video that showed the point-to-point transportation using Chinese rockets was so similar to the one posted by SpaceX that anyone could think that Musk's company was behind the project and was not ready to admit it.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up. It'll help us to understand our audience and allows YouTube to suggest similar videos to you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.